So yesterday, Call of Duty has finally dropped the trailer for Modern Warfare 4. And I can't lie, but I'm not excited. And I've been feeling like this ever since Modern Warfare 2019. Like all these gaming trailers don't get me hyped anymore. But I don't know if that has to do with me, but gaming just doesn't feel fun now. Now, whether that's just me growing up, having a job and having different goals in life, but I feel like the reason why I don't get as hyped is the games don't feel like games anymore, they just feel like products. And this issue doesn't pertain to Call of Duty itself, it's the whole gaming industry. Like, there has been a huge shift in the gaming industry since 2017. Now, is that something we should blame on developers? I don't think so. Like, it's just so weird. Like, today I was just thinking about it. Like, I remember when the first Black Ops 2 trailer dropped, or even MW3. I would be utterly excited, I would be counting down the days. But nowadays, when I see these new gaming trailers, I don't feel that. I don't even count down the days, I don't even count down the months, and I only really get the game if my friends are playing it. And I feel like gaming shouldn't even feel like that. I feel like gaming was always a great hobby to have. Like, I've been gaming out since I was 7 years old. I still remember my very first games that I got with the 360, and the times of me begging my mother or my grandmother to buy me the newest game. Nowadays, I don't gotta do that since I make my own money, but there's really nothing interesting to buy. The only time I find myself buying or playing new games is either it's a game you play with friends or it's just a really cool indie game. Like today, I really don't play AAA games, and it's mainly to one simple thing is they don't have the same passion. I do imagine that the developers of these newer games do have passion. They do the best that they can to make the very best game they're trying to put out, yet the biggest issue they face is the shareholders. The shareholders, they can really determine what goes on with a game. They don't care about the game's passion, they don't care on what it gives. The only thing that they really care about is the money that it brings. That's why we're always getting games that fail to deliver. Developers tend to have their hands tied because they have to follow a strict release date. So majority of the time we have a great game in development, but it ends up getting gutted and content getting ripped out just so it hits its release date and for it to fumble and get the studio shut down. And I do know this ain't really a new thing. We've seen this happen to older gaming titles, but the grip that the shareholders have now is way more than it ever was. We've seen it since 2020, and I feel like what really accelerated that grip was the new live service tactics. All we have to do is look at Fortnite as a great example. Like looking up online, Fortnite made anywhere between 28 to 35 billion dollars since 2020 to 2025, and that's all from skins and battle passes. So when these shareholders have their grip on a new game, they just want it to be another Fortnite, so they end up actively pushing the game to be live service, which is why I think nowadays I just don't feel excited for games, because I know I'm just going to play a game that is half-baked, menus that are built like it's Netflix or Hulu, a battle pass that barrages my screen every time I launch the game, an item shop that is full of goofy skins, and a whole bunch of cosmetics that just ruin the atmosphere of the game. And that's what ends up making these games so unenjoyable. And I really want that to change. I don't like what it is now. I don't like how I'm losing my passion for gaming. But it's sadly becoming easier as time goes on. And I don't want to use Call of Duty and Fortnite as my single example. It's been this exact same way with every game I've grown up with. Like, my childhood game besides Call of Duty was Halo, but sadly the potential of Halo Infinite was ruined by shareholders, and prominently Microsoft. All they did was kept pressing for certain deadlines, and they end up firing a whole bunch of developers that were passionate to the game. And what we got in turn was a Halo that was half-baked, a multiplayer that had good gameplay, but none of the other elements that make Halo great. And it was due to a lot of content being cut out and repurposed for the live service system. Since then, I haven't felt excited for any new Halo, and that exact feeling applies to Call of Duty. Like when I was watching the new trailer, it did look visually stunning, and watching other videos from YouTubers that got to play the game, it did make it sound promising, but still, I don't feel excited. It's sad to really see what has happened to gaming in the past 5 years. But yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to say. That's what I was feeling. And honestly, I'm hoping I am not the only one that feels this way. And I'm also triple hoping that I am wrong about Modern Warfare 4. I truly hope it could be a step on bringing gaming back to what it used to be. But then again, maybe I'm just wishing for too much. And if you guys watched the trailer, same as me, are you excited for Modern Warfare 4 or do you feel the same way as I do? Either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So before this video gets any longer, peace out.